Coming at you from Tokyo, Japan, my name is Dave, and check out this legend. I don't know who this dude is, but if you know him, buy him a beer. Anyway, this is my 98 Toyota Altezza. I'm in a rush to get this thing finished before my friend Ryan from America gets here to go drifting. Unfortunately, the front upper arms and spindles won't pass the Japanese road inspection, so they need swapping out. The problem with that is the bearings on the replacement spindles were rooted, so I popped those out and put new ones in. Okay, load your hub into the vise like that. Just gently. You don't want to squash those and bend your studs. And this is up to 147 newton meters. This notch actually lines up with one of my studs. So if I put the one stud on the outside and the two studs inside, I'll actually be able to get a better hit on it. Gonna just rest this on the edge like that. That'll do. We're in, mate. Have a go at her. I have heard that this will do wheel nuts, so I'm going to give it a go. I've never tried this before. Yes it does. That's 110 newton meters. That's glorious. That's going to live in the Altezza now. Thank you again, Mark. Absolute f***ing rock star. Now I need to get this adapter off, which isn't a 17, of course it's not. I have heard that you lose torque if you don't use a proper impact socket. Are you procrastinating already? Yes, I am. I just found out that after you turn the key off in the Altezza, the driver's side window still works. I had no idea. I mean, I don't think this is gonna be able to work on the caliper. Caliper's gonna be hella tight, but we'll give it a go. Get my head in here so that if the car falls off the jack, it'll just take me out. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Look at that. This thing is a beast. Absolute beast. Getting it. It got it. That's just incredible. I don't know what torque they are. They were really tight. Hang on, I need a hanger. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Always keep a selection of hooks and things in your toolbox so that you can hang a caliper up out of the way if you need to. All right, take this off. Getting this back on is gonna suck. Just got that hanging off this hole here. No stress on the brake line. Check out those brake pads. They'll be fine. And that looks to be still within thickness range. Looks to be. It'll be fine. I can change brake rotors and pads later if I need to. You just run a 12 mil in there, and it pushes the thing off. In theory, it's well rusted on. Just putting some WD-40 on here to help with the thread. Yes, it's going all over the brake disc, but parts cleaner will get that off. Those threads are not good. I'm not going to run this in with the impact because I might snap the bolt off. Going to do it by hand. Fitted the incorrect way. Absolute genius. There we go, and it's free. Okay, now drown this. Okay, can we agree that there's no WD-40 left on there? I think we probably can do that, can't we? So we're not gonna go into the comments and say, oh, you shouldn't use WD-40 because it's gonna make it slip. Yeah, probably not, huh? Hub's still fine. I don't need to undo the castle nut because I'm going to sell these as a set. As you can see, this has got the same cutout so that you can get it off without having to remove the hub. I'm gonna try old mate again. Oh no! Okay, well, snapped that. That was Milwaukee brand too. Just sheared it clean off. Note to self, buy a bunch of these impact socket heads so that if one breaks at the track, I'm not screwed. Use a breaker bar instead. Facebook are always like, oh, that's gonna snap. This has been to the track multiple times. I don't see any fatigue in it at all. No, nothing. These are quite tight, so you're probably not going to be able to just undo it by hand like this. You're gonna need more leverage. So put your 19 onto your 14, and then you can use that as like a lever arm. It is also advisable to get a ratchet spanner because that's a bit of a pain in the ass to get to. Ratchet spanner is also straight at 0 offset, as they say, so it doesn't bend in either direction. Much easier to get in here with. You can't get your hand in there. It's really quite difficult. Like quarter turn at a time type shit. There's one. Let me get this out. Oh, the ABS sensor. Oh shit, forgot that. Better do that now. I actually have another one. Look at that. Okay, ABS sensor is just one 10mm bolt. Get this last bolt out of here. And there should be literally nothing holding this in anymore. It should just lift out. It's just sitting there. That's great. Okay, roll center adapter. Get that out of there. Still got the wheel nuts on to protect it. These are 113 Nm. There you go, one. It's 113. Upper arms. Got something special for this. Put this up in here. I'm suffering from fatigue already. It's nowhere near beer o'clock yet. It's beer o'clock when I say it's beer o'clock, isn't it? I'm an adult. I can drink when I want. If you're wondering, this bolt here actually feeds into this nut here. Very weird setup. Now I want this loose so that the bush can move freely, and I'll tighten those up once this is in the correct location. ABS sensor, let's do that while I can see it. I'll probably clean it off, yeah? Probably doesn't need all that shit on it. I mean, I don't even have the ABS stuff functional, so it doesn't really matter. Yo, how many? Ugga-duggas? 2 ugga-duggas? Oh yeah. That's about right for that. I like how they give you a castle nut. I've seen a lot of people online on YouTube and whatnot doing this up just by hand, but it does actually have a torque setting, and I'll tell you what it is after I look it up, because I don't know either. 65 Nm, and it's a 19, not a 17. Shit. Now you might think that after you get one of these, you no longer need one of these, but they're very, very useful, and you can do things like this. You need to jack up this whole assembly before you can do up the top bolts. There it is there, 65, and it lines up perfectly with the hole. Get out your, I don't know what they're called, they cotter pins? Split pins? That's not going to come out in a hurry. And this pin here will stop the nut from rotating. So we've got our bottle bolts done, we've got it jacked up, we've got our castle nut done up. It's time to get those two at the top. I would say that's pretty damn tight. That's pretty damn tight. Okay, they're cool. These bolts need to be done up to 8.3. I think 8's going to be all right. I don't think I can get a torque wrench in there anyway. They'll be done up to a little bit more than 8.3, then they'll be fine. You'll notice that they've got that star pattern in the middle, but the outside's just a 10mm. So all that messing around I did trying to get them off with the star, I didn't really need to. I don't really know why I did, because I knew at the time it was a 10mm as well. Look at this shite. No, can't do it. Shit. Gotta get these off. Done. Let's get it on. Wiz Khalifa. Go on there. 17mm caliper bolts. My advice is to get the bottom one in and then line the top one up. Otherwise, it's just shit. The caliper bolts need to be set to 117 Nm. That can be torqued up when we put it back on the ground. Got to do the other side, but there's junk everywhere.